there's rumors, and they seem pretty substantial, that Penn State's like, okay, we know we're spending $700 million on an update to Beaver Stadium. We know we just wrote a $45 million check to James Franklin. And we know we'd have to write a $100 million check for Marcus Freeman and his staff. But I hear those rumors, and that's probably the guy I would go after. Do you buy him? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think that Pat Kraft, the athletic director at Penn State, is going to take a big swing. I don't think that anybody is off of his list, to be quite honest with you. And if I was Pat Kraft, I would start with the biggest swing possible. I know this sounds crazy, but I think the first call I would make is Nick Saban. And just make sure that's not going to happen. And then you start going down the list of the other coaches around the country. I think Dan Lanning would get a call, and I think MarcusFreeman would get a call. Now, would Freeman leave Notre Dame? I'm not sure. He just went to the national championship. You know, I'm sure he feels like he can build something special. Is Penn State a better job than Notre Dame? I don't think it is, personally, but that's a call that I would make if I was Pat Kraft, because, again, this is a good job. I don't know if it is a great job in college football, but in this cycle, it's probably going to be the best job available. Colin, even if Florida were to come open, if they make a move off of Billy Napier, even if Florida State, went south and Mike Norvell was let go at Florida State, whatever happens at Wisconsin, even if Brian Kelly were to, somehow take a nosedive with LSU beginning, let's say this week, I'm not sure that any of those jobs, maybe LSU is, but Penn State is set up perfectly. You brought up the investment into the stadium, $700 million into the stadium. They're willing to pay the money to James Franklin to buy him out. They've got support, and they've got an athletic director that's willing to win. I think Curt Cignetti should probably get a call. I would be swinging for the fences if I was Pat Kraft, because here's the thing, is that this reminds me a lot, maybe not quite to the tier of Georgia, but Mark Richt at Georgia seemed to have a ceiling on that program, and they felt like they could go higher. They bring in Kirby Smart, and they did go higher. Maybe that's the moment that we're in for Penn State right now, where the next guy is going to lift the ceiling of this program, and they can actually go out there and win some of these top 25, top 10 games that James Franklin has fallen short in.